When it comes to parking our money over the short term for low-risk returns, options like T-bills and money market funds would often come to mind. However, while T-bills are very low risk and is personally guaranteed by the Singapore government, they require you to keep track of their schedule, and it has that few months lockup period, during which you won't be able to easily get back your money. On the other hand, even though money market funds are a lot more flexible and not so complicated, their returns have already dropped by quite a bit. That's why if you are looking for something that is both flexible and gives a higher yield, one investment that you can check out is the UOBAM Cash Xtra portfolio, which is exclusively available on the UOBAM Invest app. Similar to investments such as money market funds, UOBAM Cash Xtra is assets suitable for the conservative investor, as it holds high-quality, low-risk assets such as T-bills, MAS bills, and investment-grade bonds. Basically, investments that are considered low-risk and safe lah. There's no lock-in period, and the returns are reflected on your portfolio daily. This means you can withdraw your money whenever you want, without missing out on potential earnings. Plus, it also comes with very low fees. This allows you to keep more of your earnings so that you can afford to buy more Thai fund. And right now, it is offering a projected yield of up to 3.4% as of 29 May 2025. Now, of course, whenever you come across an investment that is offering higher returns, the first question that comes to mind is, how safe is this? Later I invest liao, lose money, then how? Personally, I've invested some money into it from 24 February 2024 till now. And throughout this period, my investment has steadily grown with little to no volatility. Though, that was also because the broader macroeconomic conditions and factors such as the US interest rates were rather stable from BP and didn't see any huge movements from 24 February till now. However, if we look a little further back to 2022, when the Fed was raising rates at one of the fastest pace in decades, the fast and furious tightening did impact many of the fixed income investments, including UOBAM Cash Xtra, which saw a dip during that period. Though after that, the portfolio has rebounded and resumed its steady upward trajectory. According to UOBAM, the biggest drawdown that this portfolio had experienced was around 3.37%. Now, the reason as to why this portfolio is able to offer both a higher yield and yet remain so resilient is because of its holdings. Right now, 80% of its holdings is in the unitedsgd fund, Class B, while the remaining 20% is in the unitedsgd money market fund, Class B. The key difference between these two funds is that the unitedsgd money market fund mainly invests in government bonds like MAS bills and enjoys an excellent AAA rated average credit rating, reflecting its low risk and stable nature. Because of that, the unitedsgd money market fund has a lower effective duration, lower weighted average yield to maturity, while still giving an annualized performance of 1.77% since inception. Or, in simple English, the unitedsgd money market fund aims to give a yield that is comparable to Singapore dollar short-term deposits so that it can provide stability and consistent performance to the portfolio. In fact, since inception, this fund has delivered positive returns for most quarters. Additionally, it has also been able to mostly outperform its benchmark. On the other hand, the unitedsgd fund aims to deliver a return that is higher than Singapore dollar deposits. They do that by focusing more on investment-grade corporate bonds and achieving a BBB+ rating. It has a longer effective duration, higher weighted average yield to maturity, and gave a 2.68% annualized return. So, the way this fund works is by utilizing a laddered investment strategy, where the holdings are spread across different time frames, so that they can enhance the overall return as much as possible. Because of that, this fund was able to deliver enhanced returns over Singapore dollar deposits in most years, while showing lower drawdowns during times of uncertainty. No wonder the unitedsgd fund has managed to win an impressive 15 awards lah, including the Outstanding Achiever Award and the Best in Class recognition for Singapore fixed income lah. Now, another perk about this portfolio is just how low its fees are. The reason as to why these funds have the word Class B in their names is because these are actually funds that are reserved for institutions to invest in, and these fund classes typically require a minimum initial investment of $1 million. That's why both of them have a much lower management fees of 0.33% and 0.15% respectively. In contrast, if you have wanted to invest separately into these funds as an individual, you would have to pay a much higher fee for a different fund class. By packing this as part of the Cash Plus Extra portfolio, this is how UOBAM is able to add value to retail investors. Not just that, at the platform level, UOBAM is also charging a very low 0.05% per annum advisory fee, which further enhances the cost efficiency of investing into these funds. So, who might this portfolio be suitable for? While this is a low-risk portfolio, it's not a no-risk portfolio lah, of course, because there's still some risk to it, especially when there's a big movement in interest rates. That's why it has a recommended investment horizon of at least 1 year. This means the portfolio is possibly suited for a short to mid-term savings, where you are trying to save up for something over the next few years, like paying for a new BTO 1 year later, or your CP Atas wedding 2 years later, or your kids' expensive university fees 3 years later. Plus, given that the portfolio is fairly liquid, you can always have the flexibility to withdraw and get the funds back in your accounts within 3 to 5 business days, should you need them urgently. Overall, the UOBAM Cash Plus Extra portfolio might be an excellent option for those looking to earn a higher yield compared to T-bills, while still maintaining the flexibility to withdraw your funds whenever necessary. Found it useful? Like, share and subscribe, as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.